regret that when I go to start back sawing wood and my chain dull.
Yeah.
Like, all these chickens worth me dulling my chain.
Yeah. If they produce eggs, they are. Because just think about cinnamon rolls, brownies, biscuits, grits and eggs. If they produce, they're definitely worth it.
It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. Just pulling up out here at the farm today. Got the whole family with us today. Got the boys and mama in there. They getting their boots on and everything. Everybody say what's up.
What's up?
All right.
I.A.G Farms.
That's right. That's right. It's all about God. But yeah, we're just pulling up today. Get ready to get started with a long, fun farm day. Get all these animals fed and things, and we're gonna work on. We got some different projects set up for today. We're gonna work on trying to get this coop set up. We showed it to y'all in the last video, but we're gonna work on trying to get this chicken coop set up so we can get our little bitties that we hatched out, that the boys and mama hatched out with homeschool. Get them on down here and get some more egg layers added on to the flock. And we gotta get all the animals and everything fed and taken care of. Everybody's looking good so far. I like we got one little baby pig that's not doing too good, but it's sometimes you lose them when they're that size. Let me turn you around, let you see what the farm is looking like this morning. What's up, sheep? How y'all doing? It's good, y'all still got plenty of water. We'll get them waters refilled and cleaned out. We get them fed. We hand feed them with a little grain that y'all have seen on other videos. Yeah, but they're doing good. We got our mama, ewe, Naomi, and then we had this other ewe here, and we hadn't named her yet. And then we had those two little ram lambs from that ewe right there. Yeah, let's check on the pigs, see what the pigs got going on. What's up, Tim? Ready for a long, fun farm day? Good. Pigs, how y'all doing? Got the American guinea hogs down here. We'll get in here and get them fed. Yeah, I got the crazy latest biscuit. Where's that little pig at? Yeah, but got them in this big section. The 4,000 square feet hog pen. But yeah, that's we're gonna work on this little thing right here, this coop here. I'll turn that into a chicken coop. We're gonna work on that today. Yep. Look at that one little pig. The little one like it's not doing too good. Yeah, Mike got laid on. Yep. What's up? Say it again.
I've got some scraps for the pigs.
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
A little milk.
Okay, good.
I used this milk. I dipped the chicken in it. I was making a breaded chicken. And so I didn't need the rest of it. So I said I can give it to the pigs so I won't waste it.
Oh yeah, they gonna love it. Yep. All right, so I guess we're going in here and start and feed the pigs first. And then once we get through with the pigs, we're going up and take care of the sheep. And then while mama and the boys are working on this chicken coop over here, where they have to replace the floor in there. And while they're working on that, I'm gonna be up here on top of the hill sawing up some firewood, of course. You know, my favorite thing to do, my therapy. And you know, we just see if we can get into the day. Yep, but it's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, since y'all gonna be working in the pen out there trying to do the chicken coop, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the pigs in the corral here. So I'm gonna get you to feed them in the corral. Alright. So you just come over here with the bucket and I'm gonna open the gate for you. And you just gonna lure them in. purpose of this whole pen here, because we first fenced off the perimeter of it, the 4,000 square feet, and then we built the farrowing barn that's behind me. And we built this farrowing barn, you know, mainly for pigs to go in and have babies, because at the time we had 4 sows, and so we had a stall for each sow to go in and have babies. And then our goal was that when we you know, had them in the farrowing barn over here, that we'll shoot them over to the corrals. We had 2 corrals, and then we'll use this one for like a weaning corral, and then we'll put the mamas, you know, over here before we put them back out, you know, in the big section. But you know, we just change things up as we go. We just see what's needed and we do it. What you got, Mama?
So I'm waiting on Tyus to get this egg, and then we'll just go ahead and see what we got, what we're working with. We'll probably scoop out all the hay and those wood chips and put it in a spot where we can put it back in and start working on the bottom of this chicken coop.
So pretty much on this video, y'all gonna follow my wife and kids while they work on the chicken coop, and y'all gonna follow me while I go up there and work on firewood. So let's see if we can get into today.
All right.
So those are those 2 boards that my wife needs to replace the floor of the chicken coop. So I stopped by to get those loaded up, headed on down to the wood pile.
And I saw smoke coming out of the gas.
Yep.
All right, we're heading on down to the sheep pasture. Come on, boys, let's go. They're filling up water. We took a water break, so go head on back through the pasture.
I need to go. Hold that.
So you gonna hold the gun, don't drop it. All right, get in, don't bother Boaz. See what you got? You got a few little twigs in there. It's not too bad. Something you don't want to eat. All right, we'll get you moved. We'll get you on some fresh grass. Gideon, I said don't bother Boaz. We'll get you on, Gideon. Get you on some fresh grass. Get you moved, all right? All right. All right, we got Boaz moved on fresh grass. He's got a little bit of grain. And we need to top off his waterer. And he probably could use a little bit more hay in his feeder. So we'll probably give him some hay and some water. But for now, we've got him on some fresh, clean grass. And he's doing great. So let's head on back up here. And we'll work on this chicken coop. Come on, Noah.
Yeah, I got a nice little bit sawed up already. And I'm just taking my first break. And when you're working with firewood and temperature and weather like this, you know we're in Mississippi. And it's like 110 degrees today. Real feel. So you're working in heat like this with firewood or just doing anything outside, you gotta make sure you take adequate breaks and get yourself hydrated with water. It's best to have some Gatorade. We don't have any Gatorade today, but water will do it as long as you drink. You know, as you sweat, you gotta put it back in you. But yeah, so take my first break. Got a nice little bit sawed up already. These little pieces, there's so many of those. It takes so many cuts. Once I get past these little pieces and get to the big pieces like this one I'm sitting on, you know, it'll be a little bit better. You know, I had to do a whole lot of splitting in. But right now I'm just doing a whole lot of sawing. And these pieces, these sides can go straight in our wood stove. But yeah, so we're just trying to prepare ourselves for winter time, and we're trying to be like the ant, you know, as the Bible says. You know, be like the ant, you sluggard. You know, it talks about how the ant doesn't need an overseer. It doesn't need somebody to look over it and watch over it and tell it what to do. It doesn't need a manager, you know, because it knows that the winter is coming, and it knows that it needs to prepare for winter. And you know, I was thinking about it the other day as I was reading the Bible. You know, butterfly flying behind me. Because the Bible was talking about, you know, a lot of people you have a lot of people that they call preppers. And, you know, kind of like doomsday preppers. You know, and a lot of those people that have been prepping, you know, getting, you know, like getting stuff stored up. You know, they don't seem so crazy right now during these times. You know, and I don't think they're crazy. You know, but at the same time, you know, I don't take that same approach to our lifestyle. You know, we don't call ourselves self-sufficient. We call ourselves grace-sufficient, because we're not trying to be selfish. We're not trying to just store up a lot of things to have for self or to have just for us and our family. We're trying to store up enough and have enough of an abundance to where we can share with others in their time of need as well. And I was reading in the Bible in the book of Amos. And a lot of y'all might not be familiar with the book of Amos. A lot of people call it one of the minor prophets, but I think it's after Hosea. It's the book after Hosea. But in the book of Amos, in chapter 8, it started talking about how there was going to be a famine that was coming. You know, and yeah, that makes sense, you know, and we might relate that to what's going on now, you know, and things that we're in lack of. But this famine that was talking about in Amos chapter 8, it said it's not gonna be a famine where people are gonna lack food. It's not gonna be a famine where people are gonna lack water, you know, or bread or toilet tissue, you know. But the Bible was talking about it's gonna be a famine where people are not gonna hear God's voice, or God is gonna stop speaking to the people. And you know, that's the famine that we're preparing for. You know, we're not preparing for, you know, the grocery stores to run out, even though we, you know, are raising animals and, you know, are doing things on a great sufficient, trying to become sufficient to where we don't need the grocery stores for those things. But you know, we're not just preparing for that pandemic or that type of famine, but the main famine that we're preparing for is that there's gonna come a point in time, and already has come, when, you know, God's voice is not gonna be as loud, you know, to our society like it used to be. And you know, we're gonna have to be rooted and grounded, you know, in His Word, to the point to where, you know, we can hear His voice, those whispers, you know, because in times past, you know, God may have shouted and spoke loudly through the prophets, or spoke loudly through, you know, the church, you know. But it's coming to a point in time, and now as already is, where the Lord is only gonna speak to a specific group of people, and those who have positioned themselves to present themselves as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable, you know, as the Bible talks about, as our reasonable service. See, I was just sitting here meditating on that, thinking about that as I was splitting wood and sawing up wood, that we need to prepare ourselves with God's Word, not just preparing ourselves with food, water, clothes, and things like that, but we need to be prepared with God's Word. So when God's voice becomes not silent but quieter, we'll be able to hear it. Yeah.
We are in the pig pasture or pig fencing, and we started working on the chicken coop. Now, right now, I'm just clearing out the hay and the mulch. We'll measure again, and then we'll cut the boards and get them in here. So, just doing a little work to get it prepped and ready to replace the boards in the bottom. Thankfully, we're working in the shade now. Isn't that right? Woo! Yeah, it's pretty hot out here in Mississippi summer, but we got this big oak tree, and we'll be able to take care of fixing up the chicken coop.
Chicken's looking like, hold on now. She done buzzed one of my eggs. I ain't coming in there no more.
I'm just shoveling some mulch.
Yeah, she's cleaning out the bottom of this chicken coop here, so that we can put down the new boards. You know, we gotta get all this mulch out the way so that we can put the boards down, get them screwed down, and then we'll bring in some more mulch in here and get some water set up and things like that for the chickens. We about could have brought the chicks down here today and put them in here. But we'll bring them down next time we come and get them set up in here. We want to make sure we're not in any rush, so we didn't bring them today. That's what she's doing now. She's clearing out all this deep bedding that was in here, and getting the floor cleaned up so we can analyze it and get a good measurement on it. And I think that this is the only bad spot right here. We probably could even just patch it in this spot, but we're gonna go ahead and do the whole floor to make sure that it's good and make sure that, you know, don't anything dig in from the bottom. Yep, but what's going on here?
Yep, I'm just getting this cleaned out, like you said. So as you can see, I got my really fancy stick here, and I'm just scraping away because it won't just go away with my hand. I loosen this up, but they're still here along the sides, a just hard layer of dirt. So I'm taking my really fancy stick here, my tool, and just scraping it away like that. And so at the end of the day, we'll have a flat surface so we can lay the new board down. So you see the area that I've already cleared out, and this is the area that I'm working on now, and I'm just about done. But so yeah, had to crawl in and do some work. I'll show y'all the holes here. So here's where we really need to patch up, and it should be just like new for the chickens soon. I've made it out of there. Made it in. I know I can make it out.
Yep.
everything screwed down. So our beautiful four, the boys are walking on it. They say it looks good. It's solid. And so now that we have the floor screwed in and it's solid and firm, we're gonna go ahead and put the bedding back in. So we got wood chips and hay. So far, the chickens have just been using this as a huge nesting box, but we have some chickens that we hatched out of the incubator, and we're gonna bring them here so it'll be their home. So we'll have chickens living in here, so that bedding won't last like this bedding, but we'll just see. We'll probably have to scoop it out and replace it here and there, but for now, we're just gonna get this bedding back in the chicken coop.
Yep. So I'm gonna show y'all the floor before we put the bedding back in over top of it, and you can't see it. So yeah, she has the floor replaced in here, and it's good and solid. Is it solid, boys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Ow.
All right, so we have a solid floor in there.
Lob stoppers come.
Exactly. Yeah. And we really want to put this nesting box here in there. I'm just not sure if it will fit. Get a measurement on this nesting box and see if it'll fit in there. And if so, we can take it off and put it inside of there before we put the bedding on.
Measurement of how wide it is.
Seems like I think it wouldn't fit in there.
Yeah, this is only, it's like 2 feet.
But you have another one.
It's not even 3 feet. So we're going to try taking this side off here and seeing if we can still get this nesting box in. We'll see though. It's kind of big, so we'll see once we get it in there what we think about it. Almost fit perfectly like that. That would be great. Then we could put a little door there and we could just get the eggs from the outside. That would be genius.
We can get the eggs from the outside.
Yep. I mean, hands down, it's got to be that way because it's a lot better. It's a lot better. You still need to take some out the top. Yeah. If you could just cut, like you just said, cut it.
Yeah, cut. Start there and just cut straight across.
Yep. Yeah, and that'll change the whole game on chicken coop getting the eggs from there. Let's see how it fits.
We'll regret that when I go to start back sawing wood and my chain though.
Yeah.
I hit about 3 screws, 3 nails.
You know what we say around the farm? Getting behind.
Get mine.
/ we'll regret it. What? I told you we say we'll regret it.
All these chickens worth me doubling my chain.
Yeah. If they produce eggs, they are. Because just think about cinnamon rolls, brownies, biscuits, grits and eggs. If they produce, they're definitely worth it.
Yeah.
All right, it fits amazingly. Woo! I love it. That is because I was actually a little bit worried about how big that thing is, but it's perfect against there. It's just perfect. And then if we need to get in and maintain it, the beautiful thing is it's right at this door right here. You can get to it from the back, and you can get to it from this door at the front perfectly. So, yeah. All right, so we've got the nesting box in here. That spot was open before for the chickens to go in. It was actually a larger opening, but we basically just tacked the board back behind it for now. Ideally, we would like to be able to get the eggs from the back, but we'll work on that another day. And I've got some mulch scooped in. It's a little hay mixed in because we had a pile of hay on top of it, but I've got a significant amount of hay here in the boxes for the chickens, so hopefully they'll get in, make a little nest, and lay eggs, hopefully. And this will be a nice spot for our little baby chickens that we have hatched out, our little baby chicks. Got Tim and the boys are working on putting up some electric fence to keep the pigs from getting in, so that we can actually keep this open so that the chickens can come in and out. So we've got it sectioned off here, and the pigs won't be able to get here. So this will be a nice safe spot for the chickens. So we're just about done here. We're finishing up, wrapping it up, working on it. And this is our last project for today. So if we don't see you again, I.A.G Farms, it's all about God.
Yeah, on the next one.